Hi and welcome to my special video. I am here in the Concorde 2 with Loz from While She Sleeps.
What's up?
Dude, how's your day been so far?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Nice to chill. It's nice to be next to the beach and wake up next to the beach, get some sea air in your lungs. You know what I mean?
It's always good.
Yeah.
It's well chill here.
Yeah.
First of all, congrats on the new album and it getting into the charts. Like I saw your post today saying that you got it up in the number 5 on the midweek charts.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's a big achievement, man. Well done.
I mean,
it's so good.
Thank you very much. I think for us to sort of the roots that we've come from are like very metal and kind of very punk rock, and I think it's nice that we can go in with the new record and get it sort of like in a midweek like number 5. So like whatever happens now with the position or where we end up sort of at the end of the week.
Hopefully it's gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
but it's just really nice to sort of, you know, to know that people care about the band and have gone out and helped pledge and you know it's hit number 5. It's really special for us.
That's cool. So I wanted to go. So last few years, you and the rest of the Sleep Boys have been very busy with going independent. You know, quitting all the label shit.
Yeah.
You built your own headquarters. Literally built them.
Yeah.
And you've made a third album that's not only, you know, great album, but it's a crazy album. Like, it's so good. I've been listening to it non-stop and it's... Anyway, the question being, like, because you've been so busy, especially like now you've gone independent, have you managed to like balance your work and social life? Has it been quite hard for you boys, like...
I think... Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, I think when we took it on, we didn't really quite realise how much work needed to go into it, like even down to just like sending all the pledge stuff out that people have bought and like sort of have pledged towards the album to get, do you know what I mean? So even that, like the making of all that, like just personally I've had about sort of, I don't know how many it is, I think it's like over 60 handwritten lyric sheets to write out. So when you sort of going on there and looking, being like, oh cool, we've sold like 60 lyric sheets, and then thinking, oh right, now I've got to actually sit and write them all, and then so we've had everything to do. It's been really, really busy and hectic, but the feeling of it that it's so special, from like you say, building our own headquarters and like just literally from the ground up building that. So it's got like a studio, kitchen, like office space, like creative area and stuff, and which is also awesome for parties and stuff. Of course. But yeah, just that whole thing coming from that and then being like, well, it would make sense now to pledge as well, because if we did it through pledge, it'd all feel like really DIY, like even from the building the thing to like releasing the record in that way. So yeah, the whole experience has been like crazy busy for us, but really, really special, and it's so nice to feel sort of unified that much with our fans. You know what I mean? It's the end achievement from everyone involved is that rather than going through management and a lot of other people to get to where we need to be, which can sometimes be a bit of a fuck about, you know what I mean? Like there's 15 people that work in the office that are dealing with the band, and you know sometimes it just gets really messy and difficult for no reason. So it was nice to do it like this, and at the end you've got something that comes straight from the band to the fans, and at the beginning was vice versa of that. So it feels amazing. All these shows, the shows that we've played so far on the tour just feel really great, and like we feel really unified with our fans. They know they've helped us achieve this, and they know that we appreciate that, and we're very humbled by it. So yeah, it's been a wicked experience.
Well then, that kind of like takes me on to my next question.
Okay.
So, as you just said, you crowdfunded. You've been using it. You've been doing it through your Pledge Music.
Yeah. And
you set out that goal. You not only reached your goal, you've doubled it, like well past it successfully. It's crazy how successful it's been, but it's quite a risky move as well. So what kind of made you guys want to choose the crowdfunding like format, and then is it something that you would continue doing, like with maybe your next album or another tour, like funding the band in a way?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's you know, at the beginning it was a bit like, what if we put this out and no one gives a crap about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it could have very easily been the case of, you know, we've gone to fund the album and no one's really behind it. Do you know what I mean? So that was a bit of a discussion we had with the lads that was just like, oh, what if this happens? But no, like you said, it's been incredible. Do you know what I mean? The support that we know it's got out there, and also it's a really good way of finding out who actually cares about the band, because a lot of the time, if a major label sort of gives you a lump sum of cash, for example, you always owe that money in, and then it's hard to see, you know, it's hard to know who really cares about it. And I think people like to stick it to the man, do you know what I mean? And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people have got behind this campaign, is because we're a bit of a sort of, we have anarchy within the band, do you know what I mean? And we're always talking about sort of slightly political issues and stuff. So I think people have seen that and seen the progression of the band, and yeah, really got behind that, and like the idea of that. So the whole thing's just been a crazy journey. But yeah, like you said, it's a bit like, what if we'd have done that in the first place and no one had cared? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Interview.
Some people, man. Gosh, so off putting that note. So then the next bit. So with the crowdfunding stuff, I think it's a lot more personal, that, you know, there's that interaction with the fans. So
yeah, definitely.
But I mean, because we had recently at the university I go to, we had Daniel P. Carter in.
Okay, so yeah, I know Dan. He's a good friend.
And I asked him about crowdfunding. I said, like, so the While She Sleeps lot, they've done it successfully. Do you think that's a way of bands going forward, is like funding themselves through that? And he's saying, like, it is a good thing for the While She Sleeps lot because they have the following, but it's quite difficult for people who are starting out.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think, like, I totally agree with, like, record labels just mess you around so much, so it's cool that you cut them off. You're like, yeah, fuck this, we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, like, we're not saying that the sort of signing to a major label thing is not going to be good for people or good for new artists or whatever. It just wasn't really working for us, and like we spoke about already, we've always been quite a DIY band, even from back in the day. So like, even from the Seven Hills video shoot, you know, the barn on there, like we always had this really cool creative space. So for us, it just felt like it was, some things were out of our hands a little bit, and when you put a lot of time and a lot of effort into sort of producing something you're proud of, and it gets a bit messed up down the way, it's kind of like, kind of spoils the whole thing. So for us, it just made sense. Like, and that's, we're not saying in any way that it wouldn't work for anyone, and obviously it does, but for us it made sense to do it at that time.
So now moving on to the recording of the new album. So this is the first album you've recorded amongst your new space.
Yeah.
Has it been like a different recording process? Is it much different to what you'd done previously, or because you have your own space, was there a different vibe to this?
Yeah, well, it's really strange because every album has been really different. So we had an EP that we recorded ourselves that was in the barn that you can see on the Seven Hills video.
Yeah.
So that was crazy because it was the first thing we ever did, but we recorded it completely ourselves. Like, Matt Welsh did it, and we all got involved. And the second album was obviously our debut album, so that was our introduction into sort of experiencing, like, going into a real studio and spending tons of money on recording it, and like signing to a major label and getting with management and like building a fan base, and, you know, so that was another crazy experience because we'd never sort of done any of those things before. So that was our first, and then so Brainwash was really like a really funky way of recording because I had throat surgery.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, turned into a bit of an alky. Just, I think, not being on tour and having to have surgery, and then the worry of how my voice might be after the surgery, rather than dealing with it sort of in the way that I should have. I got a bit crazy on red wine because at the hospital they were like, yeah, drink red wine, it's best for you. But rather than take it as like I should be chill, I turned into an idiot basically. So that was a weird recording because we ran out of time to record. So I had to record in different parts of the world. Like we were asking people if we could go to their practice rooms, or some people let us record in the back of a tattoo studio, or like a skate park, or someone's cupboard in their house. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we were always kind of looking for like that cupboard there could work. Do you know what I mean? So we were always trying to like look for these places that we could make it work, and then in order to meet the deadline for the album to be able to be released at the right time and stuff. So that was really funky, and obviously the throat surgery was a roller coaster of an experience for the guys and myself.
Yeah.
So that was really strange, and then so You Are We being even more different. Was obviously, like you say, done in our own studio and with the Pledge campaign rolling and all that. So every album for us has been really, really different. but no, to record in something that we built, you know, sort of with our own bare hands, and it had a really good vibe to it, to the recording of it, and it kind of helped us to relax a little bit more. Like, obviously, I think if you're an artist, you're kind of always overanalyzing what you're doing because you worry about
I've
how good
been
it is.
Sessions where I've had to record for an artist, and I just got I've got the stress of I'm in a studio, I'm on paid time, like it is when you're on a record label, and you're just constantly worrying about your time running out. So to have that your space and not worrying, it's so chill, it takes such a load off of you guys, and then it allows you to make your content even better.
Yeah, that's completely right, and like you say, having that worry behind you is not something you need when you're trying to do your best and trying to record something that you hope people like. So, you know, we could go in and record at 4 a.m. if we wanted to, even if we didn't have a sound engineer or whatever with us, so that it just made the recording process a little bit more relaxing.
Yeah.
But then, so even towards the end of our recording schedule, we took on a tour with Bring Me the Horizon that went to Europe.
Yeah.
And so we went behind schedule for when the album would be finished to then get it all ready for it to finally drop. So we were a couple of weeks in and out. Then Bring Me the Horizon offered us the tour, and we were like, well, we should really go and do the tour. Do you know what I mean? Like, not going to turn it down. So we took on that. So we were a couple of weeks either side sort of out. So we took loads of equipment with us to record on the tour bus or wherever we could. And then we got broken into in Barcelona, and they took like all of our laptops and all our recording equipment. So with that, they also stole like 5 weeks of recording time with us. From us, sorry. Yeah. So even like every time we record, something has to be a bit crazy. So that was a bit of another time where it's like a bit of a worry. But yeah, every time we do an album, it's really interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like a man from traveling the world doing it from people's cupboards to getting robbed in Barcelona. Yeah. So funny enough, we're actually now going on to the tour stuff.
Okay.
So you're currently on tour.
Yeah.
To all of this month is sold out so far for this month.
Yeah.
And hopefully the next half will as well.
Yeah.
It's a crazy tour. How's it been so far? Has it been different from like your, say, when you were touring under a label, than to doing your indies?
Yeah, like I said already, it's just nice not to have to go through 15 other people to get the results that we want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like my brother's the on the tour with us, which is really special. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to have him out. Yeah, we're all really happy. The tour's like got off to an amazing start, and like I say, the fact that people know that they've helped us like produce this record, and I think you can really feel that at the shows. I think you can tell how much passion people have for the band, and I think the fans of the band can tell how much passion and how humbled we are by the fact that they've helped us achieve this. Do you know what I mean? And I think you can really tell that at the live shows. There's a lot of unity in the room. The rooms aren't like crazy big either, which is nice, and we wanted it to be special, like this tour. So for example, in Sheffield we played a really small room, and it was where we released our first EP, The North Stands for Nothing, like at the end of 2009, 2010 time. So that was again really special. Like 7 years on, going back to the same room. Do you know what I mean? And the shows because of that are just really crazy.
Yeah.
We expect exactly the same from Brighton tonight.
Oh mate, you will. Like, I'm ready for the show tonight.
Every time we've been to Brighton, it's been epic. So.
Yeah, well, Brighton's like a very metal place.
It's a lot of alternative scene and like.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brighton accepts everyone, so like you'll just have everyone who's just down for whatever's happening. Yeah. So it's a well cool place.
Yeah.
So then, basically to round this all up, what's next for the Whilst You Sleep Slot? Like, what's in the books? What are you planning?
Well, at the moment we're enjoying sort of not freaking and over analysing our writing skills or like thinking too far into it. So we're gonna have a little bit of a break from writing. We've got this tour. We're heading over with the band that are supporting us on this tour. We're going to Australia to support their headline tour in Australia. So that'll be really cool. We're doing a lot of summer festivals and stuff. We're playing Leeds and Reading Festival, and so we're just busy, and we'll probably get back to writing pretty soon, and we've got some other stuff planned where we're going sort of all across the world. So yeah, it's a really exciting time, and I'm glad the album's finally dropped, and people seem to be really enjoying it. And
it's an incredible album.
Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, so that's the sort of near future for us. But in the long run, just stay playing shows and start writing another album eventually. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Like, I kind of thank you enough for allowing me to do this interview.
No problem at all.
While She Sleeps' new album is out now. It's called You Are We. If you haven't got it already, go buy it. It's incredible. Good luck with tonight's show. I'm excited for it, and good luck for the rest of the tour.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.